Oh man, that's gonna be tough to get out of there. Wedged between these two trees just perfectly. So it is cold and windstorming down here in the desert, but it's even colder and snowstorming up on the mountain, and we have got our first snow recovery of the season. So we've got to get the little record checked out because we've got about an hour-and-a-half drive to get up to our customer. So first, we got to make sure everything under the hood is good. Yep, still there. Just kidding. But this looks like a pretty big recovery way down up over the bank from the pictures I saw. And we know, as I set you over here, that it's a pretty big distance away, which means pretty big tow bill. Right in the middle of the safe zone. But speaking of being in the safe zone and that big tow bill, luckily for our customer, this video is sponsored by Aura, so we're doing all this at no cost to him. But if you've been following my channel for a while, you would know that one, we are right at the full mark on the coolant, but two, Aura's been a long-time sponsor of this channel. One of my favorite things about working for them, aside from the fact that they have really good product, is that they like to help people. So that's what we're gonna do today. We got a couple batteries. These terminals are not in the best of shape. Being a tow truck, you could tell they've had about 14 billion jumper cables clipped onto them. Just like how when you scroll around the internet, you got about 14 billion data brokers taking all of your information to resell to other people. 14 million might be a slight over-exaggeration, but that's kind of what it feels like. So that tire clearly has air in it. We're just going to work our way around the truck. This truck, we haven't used it for quite a while, so we do got to make sure we have all our gear and stuff with us. But anyways, back to data brokers. Data brokers are basically companies on the internet that, well, a lot like this toolbox here. They just collect everything they can, every bit of random stuff they can. But instead of hooks and chains and snatch blocks and straps, it's your information, and they will sell that information to anyone willing to pay for it. It does look like we have everything we need in this side. Over here we got windshield washer fluid, steering fluid, oils, coolant, toolboxes, winch in a box, blocks of wood, hitches. I think we are good there. Now in the back here we got dual tires. We have them both hooked into the crossfire system that makes it super easy to look right down and see that you're good. Just like how your online account with Aura makes it super easy to look real quick and see all the data broker sites that they've removed your information from. See, because one of the good things about data broker sites is that if you properly submit the opt-out request for each different site, they legally have to remove your information and stop selling it. Now, I personally don't know what the proper steps are to submit an opt-out request for each of the different data broker sites. I doubt you do either, but Aura does, and they do that for you. Now I magically switched sides of the screen here so that you can see my personal Aura account and all the data brokers that they have removed my information from. See, we've got both of our safeties in place back here, just like Aura has safeties in place with their parental controls that protect your children online by limiting how long they can spend on the internet and what they can see while they're there. I feel like that was a really good one, and I just came up with it on the spot. Kind of proud of myself. Over here, we can also look down and see that we're good on air. This is actually on the low side. That yellow has a line across it in the middle of the yellow that would line up with these lines to tell you it's dead on 75. Going down to line up with the black, I can't remember if that's, I think that's 5 pounds low, which is totally fine because 70 PSI in these tires for what we use this truck for is plenty. Like I said, that box on the other side is all my hard gear, like chains, shackles, stuff like that. On this side, it's all my soft gear. See, soft shackles, soft slings, guarded soft slings, soft wheel straps, soft winch line extension. But you know what's not soft? Aura's identity theft protection. In fact, they are so confident in it that they offer up to $1 million of identity theft insurance per person on your plan, up to 5, in case anything goes wrong. We got some ropes, we have parking brake, wheel chocks, some more soft gear, and some jumper cables. Now again, that tire's obviously got air. And then up here, we have our air filter monitor. How many of you have these on one of your vehicles? How this works is as the turbo sucks air into the engine, if your air filter is getting restricted, there's a spring in there and a little rubber diaphragm, and it sucks that spring down, and you'll start seeing how much used up your air filter is. And speaking of monitoring, I'm loving this game. Aura has credit monitoring to make it just as easy to see if something's going on with your credit. And I know this one for a fact because when my wife and I opened a bank account recently, we got a text message from Aura on both of our phones before the account was even finished setting up, letting us know that someone was opening a new bank account with our social security numbers. And no, I am not missing the oil filler cap. This is the actual threaded oil filler cap, just the knob on top is missing. It's fine, but you know what's not fine is roaming the wilds of the internet without credit monitoring. And just like credit monitoring, Aura also monitors the dark web to make sure none of your information pops up there. Now it's finally time to start this thing, just like it would be time to change your passwords and logins to any accounts that were compromised on the dark web. Wait to start. Oh, that was really quick actually. No problem. Just like it'd be no problem to change those passwords thanks to Aura's password manager that keeps all that straightened out and easy to handle for you. I have not had this much fun with an ad in quite a while, and if you want to join the fun too, scan the QR code at the top of the screen, whether it's there or there, I don't know. Click the link in the description, go to aura.com/case of the day. I'll get you a 2-week free trial so you can join in yourself. Check out all these services that Aura has to offer, all for this one low price, one easy to use app, all in one place. And like I said, I'm a user of Aura myself, but if you don't believe me, hundreds of my viewers are users as well, and I'm sure they will put down in the comments below their experience with Aura, so you can check that out too. So big thanks to Aura for sponsoring another one of my videos, helping out another one of my customers, and keeping you guys safe online at the same time, because making sure you're protected and safe to go online is just as important as making sure you're protected and safe to go up on the mountain in a snowstorm. Man, that was a good one. All right, click the link, the QR code and all the things. Let's take this truck, let's head up the mountain, let's go help someone out. These ads are so much easier to do when it's a company that's like easy to work with and actually has a good product on top of it. More companies need to take notes from Aura on stuff like this. So, join the fun, click the link, sign up for yourself, check it out. Let's head up the mountain. Well, winter is here, as you can see, and so is our first winter snow recovery. This is a van that last night got up on the ice on the highway and came actually from over there this way with enough speed that it didn't roll and wedged. Oh man, that's gonna be tough to get out of there. Wedged between these two trees just perfectly. Luckily nobody injured, so that's good. But now we got to get it out of here and back to town. Oh man, stuck that thing right in there. Man, getting it out's not going to be fun with that right there. We might crinkle a little sheet metal getting it out of this. Luckily, as you can see, the sheet metal on this side is already crinkled, so you can see come around that corner, got on the ice, there's the tracks. There was a car parked here, yeah, and you just missed it, yeah, and then right up here hit that tree, ended up over there. Very lucky it stayed upright. All right, I'm gonna get my truck here and pull it that way. All right. Definitely gonna want our wheel chocks. And then around this side. Since we're going to extend the boom out, we got to free spool both. Let's run that out a little. So it had a hitch receiver in the back, which means we can use this. And then that soft shackle right there. I'm trying to leave enough room to get it up onto that flat right there to then pull it forward so I can get around hooked to the front. But okay, what is going on here? What the heck is this? I don't know what this is or why it's stuck in there. Huh. to get a tool. This is not the tool I was thinking, but huh. There we go. Don't know what that is, but it isn't anymore. Okay. Throw our Yankum toe point in here. And just run this through. And we are hooked up to pull. That'll work. Unfortunately, we're not able to see very much from up here. That's why I have this camera down here. That rope just up the bank. Now we full pull. That's went nice and slow while it came over the tree. Now we got it full power. Now I'm going to pull my boom in and down. So we don't want to pull up super high because that can cause it to roll. Pull it farther over here. Think it'll stay. I want it to be just a little bit more all the way on the bank before I unhook from it and pull forward. I can do this and not suck that line up. There it is. It's windy, super windy, and that wind is cold, and I like that. Yeah, I know it wouldn't bounce if I put my wheel up down, but I don't want to. Okay, I can get it from there. He's down here cleaning up all the debris and stuff, which is good. Yeah, I've left that in the woods before.
I know.
I've got lots of footage of trees. Ugh. That's the one we want. It's like purposely lined up offset so that I would need to pull the front end over, and by doing it from this side, hopefully it straightens the wheel. None of the airbags went off? That's impressive. Yeah. Oh shit. Well, that's all that I want to do. I thought they'd fight turning a lot more than that. I was thinking like as it slid over, maybe they'd line up and they just turned straight. So I was gonna like do that, and I thought, like, oh, hopefully by the time it lines up with my truck, they're straight. No, they just turned. Okay, I'll move the truck then. Let me wipe some of this off so it doesn't clean my light off. All right, we're ready to tow. Gloves are soaked. Hands are too. Oops. Oh.
I just opened it.
And now it's trying to the automatic door. You might want to disconnect the battery. Once I set it down, we'll pop the hood and disconnect the battery. Brought his own block of wood, which was nice. Okay, I'll pull forward and hopefully that stays there. Good. Oh, perfect. Makes it easy.
Oh, yeah.
Just pop this off and then it's dead. All right. Yeah, because that one's...
Yeah, I forgot that one.
Yeah, once the ground's off, it's dead.
There we go.
It should have stopped now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
All right, what do I owe you?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
I mean, not anything.
Money?
No.
Why?
No, I make these YouTube videos and then companies sponsor them, cover the cost for you. This one's sponsored by a cybersecurity company called Aura.
Wow.
They're taking care of the bill on this one, so you don't have anything.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Right on.
Yeah.
Can I tip you?
Take whatever you think you give me and give it to someone else who deserves it.
Sure.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Yep, positive.
Here. Buy yourself lunch at least, all right?
I'll take that. Yeah.
Right on. Yep. Hey man, thanks so much.
No,
appreciate it,
happy to help. Glad you're safe.
Tell me your name again.
Casey.
Casey.
Yeah.
Right.
Just glad you made it out safe and everything's good.
Right on.
So
thanks, man.
Good deal.
Look for a YouTube video.
Yeah, if you put, it's my name as the YouTube channel, but if you put Cascade Heavy Rescue, that pulls it up too.
Okay.
We like to go help people out, and
awesome.
Through the viewers supporting and then sponsors like this supporting, we can do most of it for free and help people out.
Cool.
So,
appreciate it, man.
You have a good one. And just like that, we are back home and done with our first snow recovery of the season, and it was a good one, mainly because nobody was hurt. Everybody's fine in the end, and we got to give some huge props to our customer on that part of it, because as he was sliding through that turn, he was trying to save it, of course, but that put him straight in line for that car that was parked on the side of the road, and not knowing whether there was people in that car or not, he decided to make the turn and take the chance of going over the edge rather than hitting the car and hurting someone else. So very ballsy move on his part. Luckily it turned out just fine. There was a guy sleeping in that car on the side of the road, so very good choice there in the end. A hard one to make, I'm sure, but great choice by the customer. And again, we had a nice turnout to work in. We weren't out in the road trying to do that. By the time we got up there, it melted down to wet road instead of icy road. Car came up out of there nice and easy. Wrecker did good, and then you guys watching and Aura sponsoring this video covered the cost. We didn't have to charge the customer a thing. So thank you guys for watching. Huge thanks to Aura for sponsoring another one of my videos. Winter season is here. We've got some more to do, and we'll see you there.